What's up, guys? It's Crash, and I just got done with my initial play session of the DeltaForce extraction mode, and I wanted to talk to you guys about it, kind of give my good and my bad impressions kind of in that order about how it went down. Thank you guys for everybody who came out to the stream on YouTube and Twitch. There were a lot of folks. It was really awesome, and it was an honor to have you guys stop by. But I kind of wanted to give my initial hot off the press thoughts on the launch and hear from you guys down below. Now that thankfully everyone can play it on Steam, I want to hear from you guys down below where you're sitting, what you're thinking about it, and how it felt to start off with. I want to talk about the good. The game as it sits now, I think as it's developed and the vision for the game is like an 8 or 9 out of 10 for me. I really like this game from the extraction mode. Again, reminding you that I'm talking about the extraction mode. Feels awesome. I think it sits on a really good spot. And I guess, you would say maybe COD DMZ being the most casual and, Escape from Tarkov being the most kind of hardcore milsim type experience on the extraction spectrum, if you will. I think it sits at a really nice spot. Now, I can see where some people would maybe prefer to go more of that arena breakout side for kind of the tactical realism and the looks of it. I'm kind of not paying attention too much to the skins. They are getting a little bit crazy. I don't really care. I just want a really good game to play. And basically why I think it's awesome is because the massive amount of quality of life stuff that is in this game and kind of some of the things that they've changed from the technical tests until now. It's much more optimized. The lighting is a lot better. They changed things to where safes and POIs are all over the map and not even in the same POI to get a safe, even in the same spot, a different spot or a different room within the same building. So it makes raids a lot more dynamic. The quest system is pretty good. There's a ton, and it's almost exhausting, especially for a boomer to keep up with the UI and where everything is. But some of the things I did find, because there's let me finish that thought, because there are like 6 or 7 different like quest lines or battle pass type things or events and different currencies and things to do. There's no shortage of things to do, and I'm excited to see how the next season works out with the optional wipe system that we talked about in a previous video, where you don't have to wipe, but if you do, you get some perennial rewards for that, or some permanent rewards for that. So that's a super cool way to handle that. One of the things I saw that I was like, oh my gosh, was that there are full gear presets, so you can build a loadout with everything: armor, heals, ammo, everything that you want to take in, and you can buy it and get going at the click of a button. And when we talk about some of the things that make this more on the casual side, and I think casual can kind of get like a little bit of a negative connotation, like you're not a real gamer, you don't play hardcore games like Tarkov. The casual, what is called that quality of life stuff, keeps me in the game faster. When I get more money in this game and I'm able to kind of buy what I want and my favorite things to run, I'm going to be like 3 clicks away from getting back in a raid and playing the game and spending more time in the game and not clicking around and doing stuff. Also, what is really cool about that feature, they took it to another level. It automatically keeps track of your last loadout. So you have your like 5 or 6 loadouts or presets for all your gear, and then on the top one is like your last preset. So if you put something together that you really liked, it auto saves your last complete loadout. It's so cool. It's something that I didn't know I needed. There's a lot of stuff like that in the game with like how the quests work, the feedback that you get on the map, and just like even little things like how whenever you move loot over to your backpack, you put it on the edge, it auto rotates to fit in spots for you. When you just pick stuff up, it can auto fill and sort your backpack, so you don't have to sit there and play Tetris forever. If there's a 4 square thing and there's 4 squares, but it's all over in your backpack, you can get out of that, pick it up, and it'll move it for you. If it fits, it ships, and you don't have to like do all that Tetris playing and stuff like that. The system to be able to get all the armor and things figured out with it being tiered and color coded is super straightforward, similar to Arena Breakout Infinite, and the game plays really well. The movement feels good. The optimization is incredible. So the optimization I was able to turn DLSS off, and I want you to keep in mind when I'm talking about this, full disclosure, I do have a 4090. However, when I'm playing the game, I was streaming 1440p to YouTube. I was streaming a separate feed of 1080p to Twitch, and I was also recording another separate high quality feed of 1440p to my machine, plus rendering the game. So there's like 4 instances of the game being recorded, and I was able to turn off the LSS with everything on extreme and no frame gen, and I was still hanging around 200 frames, like 2 to 240 frames, which is the refresh rate of my monitor. So it was really well optimized. Unreal 4 engine still doing a really good job. when it comes to that. And just all this stuff keeps you in the game and keeps you playing the game, and it kind of allows the extraction mode to shine. And that is the fact that where you get into gunfights, you never know where it's going to happen, because there's the mandel bricks, there's the safes of different tiers all over the map, there's the bosses that spawn in different places, there's all those things that make it different, so you never know where you're going to gunfight. And then you have an intense gunfight one life mode, but you don't have like a circle coming in like a battle royale. You don't have a timer like you do in search and destroy. You have room to move, play it how you want to. You can bounce out of the fight if you want to, unlike a battle royale where you have to fight at the end. You can do a big flank. You can try to read where the enemy is going to go and reposition. You have time and you have space to maneuver and try to do what you want to do with fights. And it just makes an incredible variety of fights. And that's what I've really liked about extraction shooters. And like I said, this game, you want to call it casual, whatever, I will call it quality of life stuff, gets all the BS out of the way, and you can spend more time in the game and playing it. And there is a ton of stuff to do. Again, like I've talked about in the technical test, the firing range, the details in the gunsmith you get back, where you get an actual visual representation of what your gun does. Like, you know, you put an attachment on in Call of Duty or other games, even this game too, it'll show you, it's like +4 recoil, +4 handling, +4 control, -3 this and that. It's like, what is a unit of recoil in a gun? Like when you shoot a gun, like what is 4 recoil? Like, what does that even feel like? This game actually shows you a visual representation of your spray before with the standard gun, and then a real live updated version, visual version of your like new recoil pattern, the actual pattern at like 10 meters on a person, so you can see what is actually happening with the recoil, as well as in the firing range. You can get all sorts of feedback, as well as experiment with different ammo. You can experiment with putting different armor on the dummies to see how it pins and all that stuff. So completely feature rich, complete, and I'm excited to get into it, play some of the ranked mode, and see what they have coming down the line. I'm sure there's going to be events, I'm sure there's going to be things to do and unlock, and there's just a lot of stuff in there. And I really can't say enough good stuff about how the game feels on the extraction side of things. Now, with some of this stuff, I felt that is going to need some work, and we'll see what you guys think down in the comments below, if you guys agree with me or not. It really feels like, and this happens in a lot of shooters, and I'm not 100% sure why, and especially ones with armor, it feels like the time to kill and the time to die do not match up right now in certain instances. I think I could potentially know why. I haven't had time to test it, so this is just me guessing. I haven't had 100%, able to test it in the firing range yet. It feels like how it kind of was in the technical test, where you have blue ammo, you're going to pin blue armor and below. And so you have to have purple ammo to be able, or excuse me, you have to have like purple armor to do anything against people running blue ammo, which a lot of the, already after, a couple hours, a lot of people are running blue ammo, and purple armor is incredibly expensive. So a lot of times you're like blue ammo against blue and lower armor, and it's just eating right through that stuff. So I would like to see the armor either become a little bit cheaper, or have like a stair step offset, or like a traditional armor penetration chance, more like Arena Breakout and Tarkov, because right now you can get melted incredibly quickly sometimes. And I think it kind of can take away and rob us of some of those really cool moments and those really cool long drawn out extraction shooter PvP fights, where there's rotations, there's comms, there's revives. I love having a revive system, a long revive system. It cuts down on you sitting and spectating, letting folks watch. It cuts down on just even like Tarkov, if a teammate dies, you just get their stuff and extract, and they're in the menu until you get out. At least in Arena Breakout, you can spectate. But in this one, with the revive system and the longer revive system, it's way more often your friends, you're either playing together or you're all dead and moving on to the next one. So I really kind of like that, how it works, and it adds like another element and stuff to it. What I'm also really bummed about that Arena Breakout has that this one doesn't is a kill cam. I think how they do it in Arena Breakout, where after your death, if you watch the kill cam, you can't spectate and give comms anymore, or you can watch the kill cam at the end. I would really like to be able to watch the kill cam at the end, because sometimes you die to weird stuff. I really thought tonight I died to a cheater. I'm not 100% sure. I definitely reported them I died to someone that I couldn't see within 20 seconds into the raid. So it really feels like someone that was shooting through the map, and I was just like insta dead, as well as my teammate too. So, but it would have been really nice to look at that and say 100%, yeah, that's what happened. There could have been like a pixel peek I'm not aware of, or a pre-fire or something that I'm not aware of. I can't close the book on that chapter and say that was a cheater, you know? So I would really like to see that. I would like to see an armor rebalance. And I think honestly, that's about it. The skin system is really cool, where you guys can unlock crazy skins with Mandel bricks. If you don't want to spend the money, you can sell that for a currency and buy the skins on a player to player marketplace. So if you got a skin that's worth a lot, but you don't really like it, you can sell it and trade, and everybody can kind of get the really cool skins and stuff that they like. I really like that. There's a ton of stuff to do in the game. But if we could get a kill cam, and I really think as players get more into it and more of a feeling with like how it works and stuff like that, I think that time to death is going to need adjusted. And I think it starts with armor. I think armor needs a little bit of a rework, and we need to get that time to death up just a little bit, because it's robbing us of some really good long drawn out comms gunfights where we're just communicating, flanking, moving, positioning, and those kinds of things that this game really does well. I think that is everything I had to say on it. It's one of the smoothest launches. I'm not 100% sure. I think when I looked on Steam, there were 50 some thousand folks playing it. Everyone I saw on their streams was able to hop right in and play just fine. Everybody, there were like no server problems. It just booted up and everything worked, and it was pretty cool. So another really good launch from the studio. The tech tests all worked fine. This worked great. Definitely a lot going on behind the scenes there, but I think with the tech tests, I know they were frustrating to have extra ones and get wiped again with everything, but I think it did well because there weren't really any server issues at all. I had really good stable pings all night, and that's crazy for a launch night when you have, you know, maybe by now like 60,000 people, you know, hitting a server. We'll see what it gets up to on the weekend and how it hangs out. But anyway, thank you guys, everyone who came by the stream, everyone who watched this video. You guys are an absolute blessing. Moving forward on the channel, I would love the opportunity, if you guys are interested enough to watch the videos, to cover what's going on with this game, with Arena Breakout Infinite, and with Gray Zone Warfare. I would be honored to do that for you guys. If you want to watch the videos, I would love to be able to talk about that, because I like making videos and discussing things with you guys. It's like my favorite thing to do on YouTube. So with that being said, you guys have an awesome day. Enjoy DeltaForce. Let me know what you think, either in Discord, stop by a stream, or let me know here. It's important. I want to know what's going on and how you guys are feeling about it. Godspeed, and we'll see you later.